record. Hi. I'm doing makeup just to kind of keep my hands occupied while I give you guys an update. And the story thus far is, if you've been subscribed to me for any length of time, you'll notice that I recently changed my name. And I was halfway through explaining why when I realized the camera's not rolling. Yeah. So the whole thing stemmed from a couple of weeks ago, someone pointing out to me that if one reads it quickly, my name contains a racist dog whistle. I was shocked and stunned and angered and hurt, and then I looked and I saw it, and I could never unsee it. I was not able to unsee that. And I thought, oh shit, is this what people usually see when they're looking at me? So I saw Aryan. Even though it's Orion, I saw Aryan. And I didn't even realize that all this time that I've had it, since professionally I've been using it since 1998 for like all my emails and handles and things like that. I'm not using it anymore. But even though it's Auryaun, I just couldn't unsee it. So then I had to find something else that would work. But it was a little bit of a trick because I knew I wanted to pull from some kind of sense of mythos. But I also, I really wanted it to be directly connected to me. So I leaned on my Welsh heritage. My father was Scottish and Welsh. And back in the Roman days, there was a protectorate in like the East Midlands, Norfolk area. And the protector was married and he had a couple of daughters, and he died. And in his will, he left the protectorate to his daughters. But now Rome apparently had something to say about that. And they came up and pretty much destroyed what was left of the family, raping and pillaging, and just being bad people in general. So what they didn't realize is that the people of her kingdom, of that protectorate, the actual people themselves, the Picts, the little blue people, they probably weren't little, they loved the family and they were outraged that this had occurred. So they rose up and she took the helm. Boudica, the wife, she rode forth like a fury. Apparently she rode a chariot with 2 horses, and she had flaming red hair, and so it was quite a sight. It was a very commanding presence. And she and her people, they wreaked havoc. They destroyed part of Londinium. They destroyed several, important way stations. And so the Romans were like, oh, fuck, we gotta fix this. So her rebellion was quelled a little too easily, unfortunately. But her story lives on. Her name lives on. Now, there are several different names or versions of her name. So there's Boudica, which I believe it's like the anglicized version of her name, um, and bouddug, and the Welsh call her bithig, buddug, bithig, and translated, her name is Victor. So, and they do still use the name in Wales, from what I understand, although it's not common. So I'm calling myself bithig now. I'm bithig. And in the instances of needing a last name, I'm bithig brenhines. So that's bithig is Victor, and brenhines is Queen. Queen Victor. It's basically my name. And then, as far as trying to still keep my logo, which I worked so long and hard on, it took me years. It took me years to figure it out. And I had so many iterations that were ugly and that I knew were ugly, or that didn't really say it, or that kind of said it, but were still needing work. So, I wasn't going to go without. I just kept iterating it and updating it. To what I finally have now. And then there was the functioning. I needed to make sure it was going to function properly. So it's finally to where I need it to be. And not only can I benefit from it, but other people who just wear it or have it in their space, have it on their stickers, put it on your gear, have it wherever you need to feel clear and calm and stable. And it will help you with that. Help remove stuck energies in your energetic field so that they don't hamper you, so they don't get in your way. Loosens them up. Also, if you're doing any kind of intention work or meditation, it's a really good tool for that, because it will help you identify those areas. So a lot of the times it feels like they're just part of us. And until something shakes up your belief system, you're not going to realize, oh, that was just a thought that I had. That was just a consideration that I had. That's not even real. So, a sigil. So, in thinking of groups of blue people, that's basically how I wanted to think of it, as the blue people. I had to come up with different concepts for, like, people or groups of people, tribes, hordes, gatherings, crowds, teams. It's like, and I was running numerology on it to see, what do I think about those numbers? Are those harmonized with where I'm trying to go? So, and then of course blue. So I've lit upon As Your Array, and that's the publisher. As Your Array is the publisher, As Your Array is the distributor, As Your Array is the storefront. And then bithig brenhines is the artist. So I did my website again, and I added, I still have to update it one more time, because I have bithig on there as a subdomain, but it's not really set up right for that. So, yeah. And I'm still in the process of going through all my merch and updating that. I've got tons of new media, as you'll have seen from this video. Lots and lots of new media. Having to redo all my recorded things. Having to redo the intro for all of my podcast episodes. Having to redo TikTok and SoundCloud and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. And in all of this, I'm rethinking, how do I actually want to use these things? How much of my energy and effort is going to be spent on whatever platform. So there aren't too many platforms, and I kind of feel like I need to just like tone it down. I tried to make this eyebrow shorter. It just goes that way. It just goes that way. It's not that mine aren't twins and thus sisters. Like they're like incestuous cousins. I realized my bronzer's not really. I forgot to powder. I forgot to bring powder, so I didn't powder when I started putting the bronzer on. What? What are you doing? I need to smooth it out a little bit. But to crap it both ways. Got a little dip there where I had a cyst for a really long time. When the sac came out, that's how it left my skin. If I were a rich person, I would have had just a little bit of filler. So I have a nice smooth cheek. But I look I have to fake it till I make it. And I will make it. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. And yes, this is how I am when I'm alone. I am silly, I am grown. So I am bithig brenhines. And I always want to flip the R, but I'm told that that is not necessary. And in fact, a real Welsh speaker would think I'm a little foolish if I go brenhines. So it's just brenhines. Boudica brenhines. So nice to meet you. And the company is M.I.A Music. Now, being registered with ASCAP, and it's not like I have a massive catalog, but I have a little over 3 dozen works. And I am not certain if I can update that so that I can completely. Oh, that looks terrible. Oh well. So I can completely move away from Orion music and not have that haunting me. Let's see. Like if I changed all the artwork and everything but kept the same barcode and title of the work, would that be okay? Because it's the barcode. It would all get credited to the same place, I think. But obviously I am not sure. Pretty cloudy today. I wonder if this is we're just going straight into our. Well, it is summer technically now, so it would make sense. Okay, we're going into our summer pattern here in beautiful Silicon Valley. We're around 4 p.m. Cold wind kicks up. It's not a soft breeze. No. You see, it's the geology of the Bay Area. We have these high mountains encircling the bay. And when you get past the Altamont Pass, there's this deep central valley that gets hot. The sun just bakes all of it during the day. And when it starts to cool because the sun's going down, all of that air rises, and it's a lot of it. So it just goes whoosh, and it sucks in the very cold air from the ocean, and it comes with fog, fast fog. It's like, it's not just, meandering fog. It's got a place to go. I got that from Eddie Izzard. So, Yeah, it gets downright chilly. So if you're going to have a summer evening here in the Bay, bring a lap blanket, bring a hoodie. Because, the day is going to be at triple digits, but at night it's going to get down to 50 degrees, which, that's a significant temperature drop. So, and it's not like we're in the desert. We're like 300 feet above sea level around here. So, that better? That's better. And better is good. Because sometimes it's as good as you can get it. Oh, I need I comb these suckers in place. A lot of the time, the wax from the pencil does it pretty well. Let's see if there's any way I can push this guy a little bit more up here without having to wipe the whole thing off and redo it. I didn't want to do that. I had, just before I went on this wild goose chase of changing my entire life, my entire professional life, I had announced an album I'm calling Phoenix. And I have 3 tracks from it that are pretty close to being done. So I've got to work. Each one is for a chakra, and I'm starting at the first chakra, the root chakra. So I've got root, sacral, center, also known as the hara. So I have to do heart, throat, third eye, and crown. And ultimately, I'm hoping that I can have it be as a continuous piece of music. That's what I'd really like. So obviously there would be a little bit of a work with the transitions because they'll all involve key and tempo changes. So I have to make it logical because each chakra is naturally tuned to a particular key. So I'm writing the pieces in that key to harmonize as much as possible. Slightly better. Yeah, so I'm going to be getting back on that because I feel like I've got the bulk the last 2 weeks. Just nuts. This month I was like, I'm going to have this out by summer. No, you won't, because you're going to find you have to do all this other stuff that isn't about making music at all. I'll write that really loud. I get congested. But I don't have allergies. I thought it was allergies. It's not allergies. I had to change my health. I didn't have to. I decided to change my health plan during open enrollment this year. In the U.S., we have limited times that we're allowed to switch health plans, which is stupid because if you could switch health plans quickly, we would get to know which health plans are good and which ones are bad. And they should be allowed to fail. But no, they're given this backstop through the ACA, Affordable Care Act. Going on so wonky. So yeah, after I finish doing my makeup and upload this video, I will get back to working on music. That's what this is all about. Whew. I like to do my nose. Not in a super e-girl kind of way, but just a little bit. I think it looks cute. My weight keeps going up and down and up and down, up and down, like the same 5 pounds, and my skin is not having it. It's the texture of my skin is going, bitch, you old. You spent too much time in the sun. I'm going to try eyeliner. This is liquid eyeliner. I don't have great luck with liquid eyeliner. Let's see what I can do. You're supposed to do it with your eyes like open. I use the I have this It Cosmetics one that is really creamy and stuff, and it's water. All I did was blink, and it's waterproof, but it goes all over. It gets all smeary under my eyes and looks atrocious. You know, like. So I'm going to try using this one. And I have to kind of do this. This is like old lady makeup now, unfortunately, because I had no lashes. Well, the lashes I do have, all 5 of them, they're completely clear. It's ridiculous. Let's see if I'll put a little eyeliner on the lashes. Yeah, look. See my eyelashes? So mascara is not, it just doesn't help me that much anymore. Shaped my eye weird, didn't it? Oh no, that's not bad. Yeah, I think I like that. I should put the lid on and shake it again. I just have to wait for this to dry and then I'll just fix it. I still haven't decided if I want any vocals on. Smart. Oh, smart, bithig. Very smart. Shoot, what was I saying? I forgot. My memory issues are bothering me. Maybe I'll get to the point where they just don't bother me anymore. Now I want to recover my memory. I want to remember everything. And then decide what I feel about it, if anything. I want the memories stripped of emotion, so I can paint them consciously. That's my goal. Much of my current day-to-day revolves around pain and the avoidance of pain, which is frustrating. The first thing on my mind when I wake up, last thing, you know. Oh, so I was in the middle of a comment about eyeliner, old lady eyeliner. It gets to the point where this is all you can really do because I just got it inside my eye. Yeah, where it's kind of all you can really do because if you try to wear lashes to make up for how sparse yours are, it's very irritating. Very, very irritating. I have issues with this tear duct here. The upper one for sure, because of my sagginess, the upper one like lays on the lower one. And so I get these like crystals in the corners of my eye all the time. And I can't have smeary eyeliner. But I also can't have false lashes. And I can't have tons of mascara, although sometimes I do. I'm going to see what I can do with mascara right now, honestly, because although sometimes, depending on what I'm using, sometimes it's just like, nope, that ain't it. I've tried really hard to find a simple, basic look that I can just wear around the house. It doesn't look like I'm going anywhere. I don't look made up or anything like that. But I look polished, but I don't look overly made up. I'm just trying to find like a new day face, if you will. Okay, get out of here. Okay. Wipe away a bunch of makeup. What's going on over here? Okay. I think. Okay, I am going to try some mascara. If you're still watching, thank you for sticking around through my like rambling and my doing nothing. I don't know how much I'm going to edit this, if at all. Let me see if I can get you close enough with this. These ones don't want to do it all. Using the roller lash by Benefit. It's a good one. It's not the best. I like getting the little sample size. They do last a long time. A full size will last me a year. These little guys last several months. It's like all that and there's barely any payoff. I'm gonna do it. Just to do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. It's a little frustrating. I need to, as part of what I'm trying to do with my music, is not only heal people, heal the world, uh, heal Earth, heal Gaia. I love this lady. Jeez, it's just going straight. That's why you can't see them. You have to push them up and let them dry. Another part of it is challenging certain gender norms. It's a really good time to do that because so many people are waking up to the fact that the stereotypes are just too rigid. We've learned too much about how other people think and feel and just the world in general. We've evolved past our own little mental borders. We've evolved as a species. And I believe that shows in the social awareness of Gen Z, for example. I think that's an evolutionary thing. Although I understand there's also a cyclic generational cycle kind of thing, and they're right on target for what they're supposed to be doing from a generational cycle perspective. So I acknowledge that, but this is not really what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, I'm ambidextrous. I've never learned how to do mascara with my left hand. I can't do this. It's like I'll just get it in my eye. So I'm like, I do it with my right hand. Yeah, I'm not a young, sweet thing. For some reason, we like our artists to start young. You gotta, if you're gonna have a reputation, you have to get it when you're young. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Nobody knows who you are. And it's like, if you're any good, how come I didn't hear about you all this time? Look, you're old now and you're coming out and you're saying you're good. And not only are you old, but you're not hot. So, sex sells, I guess, but why does sex have to sell music? It's just music. And my music is evolutionary music. It's not a devolvement music. It's not a slip into hedonism kind of music. It's figure out who you are as a being and separate your consciousness from the detritus of all your lifetimes and your sadness and your losses. And just harness that energy to burst forth into the you that you're supposed to be. That is my goal. That is my goal, is to make everybody the optimum version of themselves and then let them thrive and be happy. So, my low lashes. I think I'll do a little on the lower lashes. La la la. La la la. Yeah, so as a cancer survivor, my skin's all weird. I have pain issues that affect how I can live my life. It's affected my metabolism in a massive way. I'm healthy at 150, but 150 doesn't look good on me. And I've got these huge tits that I cannot stand. And I feel like they're not even, pretty tits. But I have a critical eye when it comes to beauty. I need to open that up. I'm still working on that too. And of course, I'm especially critical of myself, and I need to work on that as well. I mean, I am working on it, but I need to continue to work on that. And my own beauty and acceptance. Let's see, how much should I do down here? Is that too much? Since we're kind of highlighting where I spilled it earlier, where I spilled the eyeliner. So, ageism and beauty standards in music. These are a couple of things that I want to thumb my nose at. I want to say, hey, guess what? Yeah, you don't know me. Yeah, I've never really been notable. I was busy doing other things. But here I am. I'm a fully baked artist. I don't need hand-holding to discover my voice. I don't need to be set up with a producer. I can produce and engineer all my own stuff. It's not a problem. I've got good ideas. So the fact that I'm old and unknown shouldn't affect my marketability. So those are ageism and beauty standards, boy. Messy. Well, it's weird. It's like the planes, I'm seeing how the planes on my face, got all this buccal fat, especially here. It's better when it's gone. But this isn't ugly. There's nothing wrong with this. It should be okay that I look like this. You know, it should be okay that I look like this. And people should be willing to hear what I have to say. Because I'm wise. I've been around the block a few times. I know of which I speak. So, yeah. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I want to end this off just a little moment of quiet and connection. So, by bringing my palms together on earth, it looks like I have stuff on my face. Those are just freckles, but it looks like a gigantic rash. See? Did I smell it myself? No, now they're fading. How weird. Makeup! Makeup! All right, now we do. I clasp my hands across my chest, connecting my heart chakra with my throat chakra. And I speak to you. I connect with you. I connect with you. Feel the connection. It feels good to be connected to another person. Okay. On one, we gently let the connection go. 3, 2. And with that, I wish you glad tidings in all your pursuits. Many happy returns, and I will have to find an appropriate sign on, sign off. Until then, I love you.